100 Civics Questions 2025 for U.S. Citizenship. 9 Groups and Repeat Answers. Part 3, Q21 30. Anne and Mark are at the same office table. Mark has a pen in hand, ready for the next round.
Mark, you've completed 20 questions. Let's move on to the next 10. Remember, I'll explain each answer in detail after you respond.
Thanks, Anne. Let's do it.
Question 21. We elect a president for how many years? A. 2. B. 6. C. 4.
I'll go with C. 4.
That's correct. In the United States, the president is elected for a term of 4 years. After 4 years, there is another election, and a president can serve only 2 terms, so a maximum of 8 years. This 4-year term is written into the Constitution to make sure that Americans have regular opportunities to choose their leader. It keeps leadership fresh and accountable to the people and helps prevent anyone from holding too much power for too long. Question 22. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? A. Europeans. B. Africans. C. Asians.
I'll go with B. Africans.
Exactly. Beginning in the early 1600s and continuing for more than 200 years, millions of Africans were forcibly taken from their homes and brought to America as slaves. Most worked on plantations or in households, especially in the South. They had no freedom or rights and were considered property. Slavery had a deep and lasting effect on American society and led to the Civil War. This history is important because it reminds us why civil rights and equality are such important values in the United States today. Question 23. Who was president during World War I? A. Woodrow Wilson. B. Franklin D. Roosevelt. C. John F. Kennedy.
I'll go with A. Woodrow Wilson.
Correct. Woodrow Wilson was the 28th president, serving from 1913 to 1921. He led the United States during World War I, which lasted from 1914 to 1918. Wilson was known for his efforts to keep the U.S. neutral at first, but he eventually brought America into the war to help the Allies win. After the war, Wilson worked to create the League of Nations, the first international group aimed at keeping peace. Even though the U.S. didn't join the League, his work helped shape the world's approach to peace and cooperation. Question 24. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? A. Calvin Coolidge. B. Franklin D. Roosevelt. C. Harry S. Truman.
I'll go with B. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Absolutely right. Franklin D. Roosevelt, or FDR, was elected president 4 times, serving from 1933 until he died in 1945. He became president during the Great Depression, a time when millions were out of work and the economy had crashed. He created the New Deal, which was a series of programs to create jobs and support struggling families. Later, FDR led the U.S. through most of World War II, working closely with other Allied leaders. His leadership during two of America's hardest times made him one of the most important presidents in history. Question 25. How many U.S. senators are there? A. 50. B. 100. C. 435.
I'll go with B. 100.
Correct. The United States has 100 senators, with each of the 50 states electing 2 senators, no matter how big or small the state is. This is different from the House of Representatives, where the number depends on a state's population. The Senate was designed this way to give all states an equal voice in making laws and decisions, which is very important for a fair government. Question 26. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? A. World War I. B. World War II. C. The Korean War.
I'll go with B. World War II.
Exactly. Dwight D. Eisenhower was a 5-star general and the supreme commander of the Allied forces in Europe during World War II. He led the planning of D-Day, the huge invasion that helped defeat Nazi Germany. Because of his leadership and popularity, Eisenhower was elected president in 1952. His military experience helped him make important decisions during the Cold War. Question 27. What is one reason colonists came to America? A. Freedom. B. Wealth. C. Adventure.
I'll go with A. Freedom.
Correct. Many colonists left Europe and came to America to escape unfair laws, religious persecution, or to find better opportunities. Freedom included religious freedom, the right to speak and worship as they wanted, and freedom from government control. This search for freedom became a founding value of the United States, and it's why so many people continued to come here today. Question 28. What is the name of the President of the United States now? A. Joe Biden. B. Barack Obama. C. Donald Trump.
I'll go with C. Donald Trump.
That's correct. For the time this answer was written, the name of the president changes with each election, so it's very important to double-check this before your real interview. Interviewers want to know that you follow current events and are aware of the government leaders. Question 29. Name one right only for United States citizens. A. To run for office. B. To pay taxes. C. To vote in a federal election.
I'll go with C. To vote in a federal election.
Right. Only U.S. citizens are allowed to vote in federal elections, such as choosing the president, senators, or representatives. Voting is both a right and a responsibility. It's how citizens have a direct voice in who leads the country and how the laws are made. This right is one of the most important parts of citizenship. Question 30. What is the capital of the United States? A. New York. B. Los Angeles. C. Washington, D.C.
I'll go with C. Washington, D.C.
Correct. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. D.C. means District of Columbia, and it is not part of any state. The capital is where you find the White House, Congress, and the Supreme Court. It's the center of government for the entire country, and it's full of important monuments and history. Mark, I'm really impressed by your progress. Your answers are quick, and your understanding gets deeper every time.
Thanks, Anne. Your explanations help me connect the facts to real stories and history.
That's the best way to remember. Here's some extra advice for the next stage. When you learn a new answer, try to picture it in your mind. A historical event, a face, a place. Connecting information to images or stories helps it stick. Always double-check facts that can change, especially government officials, right before your test. If you forget an answer during your interview, stay calm. Take a deep breath and ask the officer to repeat the question if you need. Practice explaining why each answer is correct, just like you're doing now. This will help you stay relaxed and clear during the real interview. You're doing everything right, Mark. The more you practice, the more natural and confident you'll feel.
Thank you, Anne. I'm really starting to believe that I can do this.
You absolutely can. Remember, your effort and your story are your strengths. Every answer you give is another step toward becoming a U.S. citizen. I'm proud of your hard work, and I look forward to our next session.